I, 21F, have a non-identical twin sister, and the two of us couldn't be any more different. She is lucky enough to be very beautiful, tall, and very good looking. It was like God ticked every box that complimented her looks. I, on the other hand, wasn't so lucky. I wasn't on the beautiful side and was significantly shorter, and as of right now, I'm 5'1" while she stands to be around 5'8". She was also better at making friends and being sociable, while I was always her awkward sister. I now know that I am on the spectrum but was only diagnosed 2 years ago, and my parents, 40M and 40F, never bothered with that. Now, none of these things make my parents horrible. What makes them horrible is the way they treated me and my sister. They always treated her like she was an angel and treated me like I was a loser. This goes back as early as when we were 3 to 4 years old. For every 20 pictures that they have of her childhood, they have maybe 2 to 3 of mine. Literally, they have over 10 times as many pictures of her, and most of mine are of both of us. She would always get a lot of attention from everyone, and I got none. Our parents would also spend much more money on her too. If they wanted to spend $100 on clothes, 80 would go to her and 20 would go to me. Their reasoning has always been that she's more beautiful and it's worth spending more on her as she gets a lot more attention, while nobody looks at me anyway, so why bother with better clothes? They have literally told me that many times. I was on a sports team, and they never once came to see me playing, while they go see my sister cheerleading every week. Extend this to everything, and you know the story of my life. I hated every second of my childhood, and I hated my sister too. Practically since I was 15, I was counting the days until I turned 18 and could leave and never come back, and that's what I did. I left home the day after my 18th birthday. The night before, my parents threw a birthday party for us. Well, it was pretty much for her. Their gift for her was a $1K gift card from a luxury designer brand, while for me, it was a $100 gift card for a bookstore. They argued that this $100 gives me the same level of ability to buy the things I like, that being books, as that $1K would for her, that being expensive clothes. I hated their logic. They knew I was thinking of leaving, but had no idea I wanted out ASAP. When I left that day, they asked me to stay and allow them to help out, but I was like, I've had enough of you, just leave me alone. I never made any contact with them after that. As soon as I was able to, I moved to another city to get even further away, as I hated that city too. They called and texted me for a while, but I never answered or replied, and eventually I changed my number too. I also removed them from all my social media. I set it up so that if they sent me any emails, they would automatically get deleted and a reply saying, automatically deleted, do not waste your time, would be sent back. That's the current status of things on my side. 2 days ago, my dad sent me a message on Facebook. My initial instinct was to delete it, but I opened it and started reading. This was the first message in months from them. He explained that he understands they were not good parents and they did a lot of wrong, but maybe we can start over. He asked if I could come over for dinner at some point so all of us can get to know each other better. I haven't responded. I don't know if I should give them another chance or just delete this message and not look back. Update 1. Thanks for your comments and suggestions, they were super helpful and helped me see things a lot more clearly. This is going to be quite a big update, and I need to get back to my therapist as soon as I can. Before I get to it, many of you asked about my relationship with my sister. Well, there's no relationship, really. I spent all of my childhood hating her and never really had a nice relationship with her. She was not like my parents, but they had spoiled the hell out of her, and she sort of always saw herself as the better one of the two of us. Not surprised there, and right now, I don't even blame her for that. On the day that I was leaving, I gave her a hug and told her that maybe if we had different parents, we could have really been sisters, but it's not how it turned out in this life. But maybe we can make up for it later ourselves. I told her that if she wants to talk to me about this, she can call me, and we can meet up. She never called me. Now back to my parents. As it appeared from the last post, I went to talk to my therapist about this, and she suggested that I can initiate some conversation and see how it goes. Based on her assessment, she was happy if I wanted to go and see them. I just need to understand that there's no obligation to go or stay. So, I replied to my father's message with this. Hi Dad, for us to ever have a chance of seriously starting over, you owe me an answer. Why did you and Mom do what you did to me growing up? I expect an honest answer, no excuses or come and let's talk in person or anything of that sort, just give it to me straight. Believe me, I can handle reading it if you could handle doing it. If you're not willing to give me that, then I'm not willing to start over. He came back to me the next day with a long message, explaining why. So let's get right to it. He told me that he and my mom wanted a child, but only one child, as they didn't have the resources and energy to have more than one. They realized that we're twins, which screwed up everything and actually made them sad rather than happy. So they decided to give one of us up for adoption. They looked around and even found a couple. In case you wondered, I was the one they decided to give away because I was smaller and my eyes weren't blue, because yeah, that's how you decide which one of your kids to keep. They arranged everything, even took me to them, but that couple bailed out before signing the papers when they saw me and my sister. Their conscience couldn't handle separating twin sisters like this. After this, They looked for some couples, and nobody seemed willing to adopt only one of the twin sisters. They entertained the idea of putting me into foster care, but they couldn't live with themselves if they did. I think that says a lot. Stranger couples, who so badly wanted to adopt a child, couldn't be heartless enough to separate twin sisters, but my parents wanted to do it. It's beyond me. So they had to raise me themselves, and they didn't enjoy it at all. In their minds, the fact that they didn't put me into foster care was a favor in itself, more than what I apparently deserve, and that's why they never cared to do more for me. Their full time and resources belonged to my sister, and the small part of it that got to me, they saw it as me taking what's my sister's away. That's how they saw me. No wonder my childhood turned out the way it did. He said that deep inside, they always knew what they were doing was wrong, but they could never step up and do the right thing during these 18 years. And why not? They thought that changing the dynamic would negatively affect my sister, as she's now used to being offered more time and resources, and I'm used to not getting it, so making it more equal would be a luxury for me and a pain for her. They thought that it's not fair for my sister to be in pain for the sake of my luxury. Again, their stupid logic. I don't even know what to say to that. Ever since I left, Mom and Dad have been having trouble. My sister is off to college, and they're alone now with all the time in the world to think about what they did. They've been to marriage counseling, and according to him, that has helped them see everything clearly now and realize how cruel they were to me. He says they want to start over and make up for all of it if I'm prepared to allow them. This is quite shocking for me. This explains a lot about why my childhood turned out the way it did. I'm going to be honest, I wish they had given me away for adoption. I really do. I could have been with adoptive parents who really wanted me rather than with biological parents who never did. I still don't believe that they have changed, though. This could be the result of my sister being away and not spending as much time with them, and them trying to replace her with me. I don't want to do that at all, but I don't know. I've got to talk to my therapist to figure things out.